This is Dan Dicks here reporting for Press for Truth, and as you can tell by the title of this video, the Central Bank of China is currently buying up and hoarding as much physical gold as they can possibly acquire, and they are doing so at a very alarming rate. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve is insisting that everything is going to rally, and an exponential Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and crypto price boom is going to rival gold. You've got ARK's Cathie Wood referring to Bitcoin as digital gold, and Fidelity executives are calling Bitcoin exponential gold. Well, you know what's better than something that's kind of like gold? Actual, real, physical gold. Well, the central banks know this, and that's why they are currently hoarding as much as they possibly can. This is from the World Economic Forum. Did you know that nearly 1/5 of all of the gold ever mined is held by central banks? Besides investors and jewelry consumers, central banks are a major source of gold demand. In fact, in 2022, central banks snapped up gold at the fastest pace since 1967. So they're on a buying frenzy right now. And according to Bloomberg, as we see here, central bank gold binge is even bigger than previously thought. And as it turns out, China is the biggest hoarder of the world's gold supply, and they're doing it for a good reason. Now, as viewers of this channel, I'm sure you're already well aware of just how good of a hedge gold is in troubling times like these. We've got tensions brewing in the Middle East, tensions brewing between Russia and Ukraine, and none of this is showing any signs of slowing. And that's why the banksters are hoarding gold right now. They know that we are in a powder keg situation that could explode at any moment. And when it does, the price of gold is gonna skyrocket like we've never seen before. So that's why before I break all of this down for you today, I wanted to take a quick moment to tell you about my friends at Patriot Gold Group. Guys, if you wanna get your hands on some real, tangible money like gold and silver before the you-know-what hits the fan, these are the guys to talk to. And when you guys call that phone number that is on the screen right now, you'll get connected to a real live investor guide. This is not some AI chat bot. This is a real person who's going to help you set up a financial plan moving forward. And what these guys specialize in is IRAs and 401ks that are backed by precious metals like gold and silver. It's absolutely awesome. This is really good hedge against the dollar crash that we know is coming. This is an excellent hedge against inflation. This is just a great way to get your hands on some real physical, tangible assets. And these guys hold the #1 IRA gold dealer rank by Consumer Affairs for 5 years in a row. So they have top-notch customer service. And when you call that number on the screen, or click on that top link in the description below, this is a PFT affiliate. So you're not only gonna be helping yourself and your family moving forward by protecting your assets in these troubling times, but you're also going to be helping me here at Press for Truth moving forward. So it's truly a win-win situation, guys. Don't delay, call that number on the screen or click that top link in the description below and check out my friends at Patriot Gold Group. All right, guys, let's get to the bottom of what's going on here. There is a global de-dollarization movement that is happening right now, and the crash of the US dollar as a global reserve currency is not just a matter of if, it's simply a matter of when. I mean, just consider the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, all joining together right now to form an alliance in an attempt to undermine the US dollar as a global reserve currency. And with 20 other nations now wanting to join the BRICS alliance, that would make up about 30% of the world's surface and 40% of the global population. Folks, to put that into perspective, that's 1/3 of the global GDP. Saudi Arabia is interested in joining, and that would mean that 2 of the largest energy producers, Russia and Saudi Arabia, would be a part of this alliance. They could put an end to the petrodollar, where oil is traded in dollars, and almost immediately kill the dollar's dominance on a global stage. Also, let's not forget the US dollar has been weaponized with the use of sanctions recently. After the invasion of Ukraine, sanctions froze $300 billion of Russia's currency reserves. And so to protect the value of their reserves, central banks are moving away from the dollar and towards sanction-proofed gold. I mean, just look at what China is doing right now and consider why. Despite China being the largest producer of gold in the world, its central bank has been at the forefront of a surge in purchases of the precious metals on the international market as it seeks to reduce its reliance on the dollar. The East Asian nation produced 375 tons of gold in 2022, according to figures by the World Gold Council, an industry body. But in the first 9 months of 2023, its state bank was responsible for acquiring 181 tons out of a total 800 tons purchased by central banks worldwide. The article goes on here to say, it's probably a diversification strategy, and it's probably part of an effort to reduce their vulnerability to any potential sanctions that the United States would pose on the Chinese financial system. Nicholas Lardy, a senior fellow at the Peterson Institute for International Economics and an expert on the Chinese economy, told Newsweek, I think they see what has happened to Russia, they see what's happened to Iran being cut off from international financial networks. They've been promoting the RMB, the Chinese yuan, as an international currency. They haven't had much luck yet, but that's certainly their long-term goal. They want to diminish the role of the dollar, so it seems perfectly logical that they would diversify their holdings, their official foreign exchange holdings, away from the dollar. And like I said, guys, I think it's a smart move on their part because they see what's coming and they're getting prepared. The same, unfortunately, can't be said for most people in North America. Did you know that 62% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck, making that their main financial lifestyle? That means that literally over half of the United States right now is teetering on the brink of a financial disaster. Guys, when you're living paycheck to paycheck, there is absolutely no room for error. Even a relatively minor event like an unexpected vehicle repair could bring about a major crisis. So if over half of Americans are living like that, it's really not going to take much for a Great Depression that would make 1939 look like a walk in the park. And here's the point, guys. All of the central banksters know this, and they are currently preparing by stockpiling gold to get ready for what they know is coming. So take note, folks. Do whatever you can to get some precious metals into your hands before it's too late. Dollar cost averaging is a good way to do this. That basically means that you pick up a little bit of gold or silver with every single paycheck, regardless of the share or spot price. Because folks, it's crunch time. Spending $7 a day at Starbucks needs to stop. Instead, convert that, even if it's a small amount, into gold or silver and tuck that away, which is exactly what the central banksters are doing right now. Guys, if you need help with this, I want to remind you to click that top link in the description below to where you can find my friends at Patriot Gold Group, or call that number that was on the screen. You call that number during business hours, and you're going to find a real live investor's guide who, like I said, is going to help you set up a plan moving forward. And that's all for today, my friends. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please click that thumbs up button. Share this video with your friends and family who you think need to see it the most. And stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dicks reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.